Meet Jared. He's a bright-eyed, inquisitive boy who manages to charm just about everyone he meets. And if you listen, you'll hear him doing something one specialist after another told his parents he'd never be able to do.
Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Samael.
Jared was adopted by Art and Lisa Levine at the age of 3. But soon after they brought him home, they realized something wasn't quite right.
When Artie handed him to me, he basically slapped me in the face. He acted like a wild animal. They told us he was potty trained, they told us he was walking, they told us he was talking. He wasn't doing any of those things when we got him here.
We had an instance where he left the house one night and the police found him a few blocks away.
Artie and I would both hold him because there would come times where there was nothing else what we could do. Anything that was there, he would pull down, he would rip the screens, he would, you know, he was really unsafe with himself.
We actually hospitalized him twice, and after the second time, we realized that we needed to find a place for him.
That's when the Levines made the difficult decision to enroll Jared at the Walker School in Needham, Massachusetts. It was a decision that would dramatically change their lives forever. Founded in 1961 as a school for emotionally and behaviorally disturbed boys, Walker has since grown to become a nationally recognized network of professionals and facilities with the mission to provide world-class mental health services, state-of-the-art special education, expert professional training and consultation, and child welfare advocacy.
It's grown from 8 children to serve on this campus at least 100 children. We have a high school in Watertown, serves 60 children. And we have another division of our work called Walker Partnerships, which serves hundreds of children directly and thousands of children indirectly.
The Walker School helps troubled kids and their families cope with everything from learning disabilities and emotional stress to severe psychological trauma, while providing kids with an education they could never get from their local public schools.
When Jared first came to us, he was very rigid about which adults he would accept help from. It was really hard for him to slow his body down enough to sit at a desk, to focus long enough to understand what the people around him were saying in the classroom.
The first step Walker took was to match Jared with a team of highly trained staff members.
We fully use our multidisciplinary team at Walker, which includes a psychiatrist, a psychologist, speech and language therapist, occupational therapist, case manager, teacher. We have a reading specialist.
We're writing a whole new parenting manual, you know, the parenting manual of Jared, which is not something you can just take off the shelf. It's something that you have to create.
Working closely with the Levines, the Walker team created a plan for Jared that provided specialized support to the whole family, something they do for every child that comes to Walker.
We have children who come and live here and go to school, or come in a cab and go to school. But now sometimes children come once a month for respite, or they'll come in just for our after-school program. Or they may never come to this campus and we'll go to them.
The Needham campus has really expanded and changed, particularly over the last several years, to really try to offer a wider range, a continuum of service for the kids and families.
And I think if a service doesn't exist that might help a child succeed in school or successfully step back down to living at home, we really think about creating that service.
One of our most cherished outcomes is connecting children back to family to the extent that that is humanly possible.
Our goal isn't to have kids grow up at Walker. Our goal is to have kids grow up at home.
I have sometimes trouble dragging you out of bed. I got to grab your legs, don't I?
What Jared has really benefited from, I think, is some real specific coaching and modeling from adults around how to get friends. Jared developed the ability to go up to children and ask them, you know, do you want to play with our Beanie Babies? Then it was professional wrestlers. I know more about Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Undertaker than I ever thought I would know.
That's Undertaker's.
We saw a really nice change where he wanted to be a part of the classroom. And he was a kid who could sit at his desk for long periods of time. He was no longer that kid in the classroom who got all of the adult attention due to acting out.
He has dramatically improved over the many years that he's been here, to the point where he's now home 5 days a week and able to be part of after school and making friends.
Over the years, Walker has helped thousands of children just like Jared, kids who were considered much too unstable to live at home or in the community. Walker's success in working with these severely troubled children has turned Walker into a symbol of hope to thousands of families.
We've been very successful, I think, at making some reputation for taking the most troubled kids. Well, these days what that means is kids who aren't one-dimensional in their trouble. They have behavioral problems, they have developmental problems, they have cognitive problems, they have social problems, and many, and sometimes even physical, medical problems.
We don't give up. We really struggle through, even when we're experiencing some failure with the kids ourselves.
Walker provides hope to kids and families who previously had none, provides education for those many considered unteachable, provides stability to kids who need a safe and secure place, provides troubled kids with the emotional tools they'll need to live productive lives, and gives kids like Jared the chance to do things they never thought possible, like reading a book.
I would not like them anywhere.
It's just such a nice feeling, I guess, as a parent to know that your kid is loved so much.
These people are dedicated and sincere and very, very involved in his life.
When we first started out, I guess it was a fairly lonely feeling, thinking, how was I going to handle this on my own? And when I asked for help and, found Walker, just everything fell into place.
If you're interested, you ought to come and see us. It's even more interesting than it looks. It's pretty special.
Find out more about Walker. Go to walkerschool.org.